Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man, giving you the truth. A lot of people don't like hearing the truth. We're in a cancel culture. A lot of people are changing. Like, have you noticed that a lot of your friends and your relatives that you used to be close to, you're not close to them anymore? Like, I was talking to a friend on Facebook, and I was talking about how a lot of people act like they never knew you now. That's just the way it is. You'll see me looking down because I'm driving. Coming from far out, you'll see the camera moving around. But yeah, that's something we don't be dealing with now. And you gotta see the way the world is now. Hold on one second. It's real rainy out here, but the way the world is now, you gotta stand your ground. Like they say, 10 toes down. I think that's a good phrase. You gotta put 10 toes down on everybody. That's what we're talking about today. I'm gonna help you young guys out, and I'm gonna help you older guys. Maybe you still in simp mode. A simp never knows the full extent of how things are. Simps go for everything. They don't really take the time out to learn the truth because they deal like women in their emotions. And when you deal in your emotions as a man, you're bound to fail. It's not when people say you dealing with your emotions. It's when you actually are dealing in your emotions. Because sometimes people will say that, but it's not even always that. When a person stands up for themselves, it's not always like them dealing in their emotions. Sometimes it's just necessary, just absolutely necessary. So, I'm going to give you 5, maybe 10, however many it is, I'm going to put that in the title. Tips onto how to gain or keep dominance in your relationship. And again, if you can't dominate your woman, then she shouldn't be your woman. Because you're gonna be in a world of trouble, anguish, and hurt if you start out the relationship. And first of all, let me just start with believers. If you're a Christian, know and understand that the Most High expects you to dominate your wife. You're not loving God by getting punked by your wife. And I saw it. I was a member of 3 churches. I saw it in all 3 of those churches, where these guys think that they loving God by deferring to their wives. Don't get me wrong. It's a point in time where you have to defer, and where it's smart to defer. But there are some things that women do, and they might not even know they're doing it. And some of them will say, "Well, you're emotionally abusing me," when you start to notice these things and you start to confront these things. But sometimes it just falls on the man. You shouldn't have been going along with, because a lot of the stuff don't be new. It just be something that you didn't catch early enough or at the beginning of the relationship. Like case in point, giving people, a woman who gives their number out at the beginning of a relationship is because she got a little flirtatiousness in her. That's what happens. So when you see this, you got a decision to make. If your girl is giving her number to other dudes and you catch her, you got a decision to make. Because if you turn a blind eye to that, who's to say how much trouble is going to come from that one little thing? Because that graduates, and it graduates, and it graduates. So I'm going to give you some pointers. You Don't be lying to these women. Any of these wannabe game guys on YouTube is telling you to lie to these women. Don't lie to these women. You're a man. Why you gotta lie to these women? I can see if it's in court. You know, you should never lie, but I could see if it was like court or something where you know, but you guys are lying to women to get sex. Like the old song say, you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. It's okay. You can be real. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is to know what you should expect from a woman and let her know up front. That's number one. Know what to expect and let her know up front. Don't let it change. If y'all start going to church, y'all get saved down the line, don't let it change. Stay the same. Be alpha. Because a lot of times guys get a little too nice when they get saved. And they get away from what could be good ways to deal. So you let her know up front, like you ain't playing that numbers game. She ain't going out to eat with her ex. You know, you ain't going for none of this stuff. And you tell her right then and there, if she does it, you gone, you up, you not. See, y'all be so scared of another dude just outdoing you sexually. Who cares? They gonna say he outdoing you whether he outdoing you or not. And you gonna be the worst guy to the woman who didn't want you to begin with when you break up. See, women who want you, you'll break up with them and it'll just be like no hard feelings. They'll be hurt a little while, then they'll get over it and they won't have no hard feelings. But when you break up with them ones who didn't want you from the jump, that's when it be hard feelings. That's when it be rough divorce. That's when it be keeping kids from seeing you. Those situations. So let her know up front what you expect. You expect to be the man to run the show. Now, it's not that you can't never listen to her, but she shouldn't be talking if she can't prove what she's saying. Like if you come up with a business idea and she can't prove that her methods will work better, then she should be helping you. That's number two. Make sure they understand that they're there to help you. It's your vision, not theirs. They have no vision. Their vision is your vision. Because if they have a vision, it's the vision. And it's gonna lead to divorce. They're supposed to be following you. And if they stay biblical, they will. Because see, when a woman gets away from the Bible-based methods of relationships and marriage, that's when the divorce comes. See, a lot of guys, they don't know how to see. I don't believe in that cheating because you can't get along. I believe that if you can't get it right, you move on and then you go get what you need to get. You don't cheat. You don't cheat because you and your girl don't get along. That's weak. That's saying basically that you scared to lose her and you scared somebody else gonna smash her, this, that, and the other. Don't do that. And don't, as much as you love your kids, if you had kids with a girl and y'all planning on getting married or y'all married, don't let those kids cause you to be emasculated by her. That's number two. Kids or no kids, never allow emasculation. What's emasculation? Emasculation is when you are minimized as in terms of your masculinity or verbally minimized in terms of your masculinity. Let me give you an example. anything that a woman says or does that makes it appear like you're less than a man, that's emasculation. The first time they do that, confront it right then and there. And make sure you always telling your girl that I want you to be here, but I'm not scared to lose you. You got to get with my program. She trying to, I get with my program. No, I ain't getting with your program. All right, watch this. Go grab you some luggage. Be like, if y'all both on the lease, be like, which one of us leaving? Which one of us leaving? See, guys we create problems for ourselves by our refusal to put stuff in place that needs to be put in place. And over time, the years begin to mount up. And the first time she disrespected you with her mouth, you let her go. Then she did it again and again and again and again. Now you done got tired of it. And now it's out of control. Instead of, you could have saved yourself a lot of time, money, and years in your life. Or you could have saved yourself a lot of these troubles if you would have just confronted it when you first saw it. Don't ever let these women hit you. Don't ever let them push you. You tell them out the gate. That's number 3. If you ever try to fight me, or you ever call the police on me, we're done. We're done. Nobody got to play these games. You know how many women there is in the earth? They say, a lot of them say, oh, well, you're not giving me affection. Okay. Look at this roof. Look at these cars you driving. That's not affection enough for you? Number 4. Do not pedestalize your woman. Don't pedestalize her. You asking for trouble. That's not going to stop them from cheating. In fact, it causes them to cheat. It causes them to have emotional affairs. When you pedestalize, it's one thing to be good, hold doors open, buy gifts, this, that, and the other. But it's another thing to pedestalize. Let me show you how you know you pedestalize. When you say stuff like happy wife, happy life. When you say stuff about, I'ma spoil my girl. You pedestalizing. You asking for trouble. Just go online. Just do a poll. Or go on any live where they talk about this and ask guys like, if I say this or do this, have you done it before and how did it turn out for you? And watch how many guys come on there saying negative stuff. Excuse me, my hand was in the way. Watch how many guys come on there saying negative stuff that doesn't happen. Because you treat them good. You never hit on no woman and you never let her hit you. But there's a reason why they take our last name. Because they're supposed to be following our lead. That's just the way God set it up. So if they don't want to follow your lead, let them do what they got to do. Kids or no kids. But you just can't, I'm telling you, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. If you don't confront this stuff when it first surfaces, you're asking for trouble. Next, do not get a marriage license. Go instead and make her executor of your estate. And if things go wrong, you can always change that, but you ain't gonna win in family court. Some guys win, but it's a rare occurrence. We don't win too often in family court. So don't get no marriage license. If you choose to marry, make sure she understands that you're the dominant role at all times, and that it's your vision, not hers. And if she can't prove a way that you're going shouldn't be gone, then she's supposed to follow you. Next, all that arguing, take it from me, man. You ain't even supposed to be doing that. What? I mean, why? That's not dwelling with them as the weaker vessel. See, they weaker than us. And if they don't think so, then they're disagreeing with the disciple of God, Cephas, Peter. He said, dwell with them according to knowledge as the weaker vessel. That's what he said. And it's a reason, because they are. Next. Be very careful. You get with somebody with any accolades or credentials that you don't have. You better make sure if she went to better schools than you, that she is humble and submissive, because deep down inside, that could be the source of your problems down the line. So that'll be something for you to aim for. Build up your accolades. If she has more accolades than you, that's something that'll give you something to shoot for. Again, marriage is a wonderful thing, but you got to do it God's way, or it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your life. It says, he that findeth a wife finds a good thing. Now, that same chapter define what a wife is. Help. A wife is help. She's help. You got to understand that. And she need to understand that. She's there to help you. So, and then, okay, we're going to end this in the next couple minutes. But I want to also add to this video bad combinations. We'll call it bad combinations. Bad combinations that if you're seeing it right now before you're married, you better nip it in the bud. You might not see this until you're married. That's why you don't need no marriage license. But once you see these bad combinations, you better nip them in the bud. Right then and there. The first bad combination. Disrespectful speech with flirtation. Disrespectful speech with flirtation. Name calling, talking down, comparisons that put you at the bottom, and then turn around and flirting with other guys. Don't go for that, man. Number 2, diminishing sex while encouraging and complimenting the accolades of other men. Don't go for that, man. But anyway, we're going to keep talking about this. But I need to do this work. I'm getting ready to pull up to this customer. So, again, get these things right before it's too late. Because then the kids start getting affected. When you start trying to get it right, then the kids watching y'all argue and stuff, not a good thing. So, confront her out the gate if you're trying to marry. And then, I'll tell you something, another sign. When you start bringing these things up, if it becomes an argument or she gets mad, she's giving you a sign. Thanks for watching.